Well, hello and welcome back. Thanks for coming back. Where are we? Well, we're in Midtown Kissonerga. That's where we are. You've often heard me mention when we're on the coast road from Paphos to Paya or Paya to Paphos, the Kissonerga crossroads. Well, if you're coming from Paya, if you take a left and go up the hill, this is where you'd come to. This is downtown Kissonerga village. And the roads, well, they're absolutely Sherlock Holmes. Don't be thinking that the roads in this part of Paphos are any better than anywhere else. They're absolutely diabolical. So if your name is so sweet Lady Caroline, don't forget to put your jumper on the memory foam pillow. But before you do, don't forget to pour my mate Lord Nigel Big Guns a little bit of the old gentleman sour. Takes away the pain from his bottom when we're bouncing around from pothole to pothole, manhole to manhole, and on top of all that, there's speed bumps everywhere as well. I don't know what for, because to be honest, anything over, well, walking pace and you're going to destroy your car. So they wasted the money with the speed bumps. Anyway, DIY shop there. If you want a bit of paint or some plaster or bits and bobs, that's where you go. Just feel these potholes. I mean, Dizzy Blonde, what do you think? Huh? Absolutely horrendous. It can't be this bad if you're racing around on the M62 on the outskirts of Manchester. It just cannot be that bad. So if I was you, I'd stay there. I think I might swap places, get on a big bird and start paddling like crazy, and I'll pop over there. But of course it's a bit colder, isn't it? So I'll stay here anyway. Because of course the sky is blue, the sea is blue, Mr. Paul's dressed head to toe in blue, and as long as my little companion Mr. Kenny is sitting next to me giving me directions and telling me which way to go, we will be alright. Big shout out to your dad, Paul Roberts, and a big shout out to your mum, my Cretan friend, all the way from Crete, who now resides in downtown Derbyshire. Kalimera, Miss Nicole Roberts. Kalimera, how are you? You alright? Good? Right, big shout out to some more superstars. We got Kath and Stephen all the way out in Inverness, so a big hello to you. Yes, it was you I was talking to. And talking about Scotland, we've got lots of Scottish friends, haven't we? Loads and loads. We've got Ronnie Miller all the way out in Scotland, retired police officer. He's the man in charge of all our law and order, shall we say, as he sits there with his cup of tea and his rich tea biscuit. And on the other arm of the sofa, of course, we've got the man, the ex-Mossad man, so he's in the Secret Service, and now he resides in downtown Denmark. Good morning to you, Viking. I'm confusing my V's. Viking Ronnie, good morning to you. Are you enjoying your filter coffee and your malted toast? Yes? And looking forward to your little vacation in downtown Paphos. It won't be long now, that's for sure. And sitting in the middle, the most important person in the world, the person who's in charge of all of the knighthoods and all that kind of stuff, Dayman. Yes, Dayman, good morning to you. And of course, she's also in charge of the head removal services as well. So if your name is Lord Simon Payne and Lord Jeremy Payne, if I was you, I'd start running around a bit faster, because Sally Briers, she's complaining. She's on a push bike but without a front wheel, pedaling like crazy. She watches Marika and me on YouTube. And next door to her is Mr. Allen. Of course, he's flicked on the power button and he is jogging like crazy on his treadmill and has getting himself into shape, because he understands that he's going to be wearing a blue mankini when he is, well, transcending across the rocks on the Cape Paphos harbour area with Marika and me, and of course you're going to be on camera. So there you go. Don't forget your baseball cap, your blue t-shirt, your black sunglasses, and of course your mankini, and a pair of walking shoes, I would suggest. Otherwise your feet are going to hurt. Who else is in town? Well, Ian Crawford, he's a butcher. Yes, he's a butcher in downtown Frodsham. Thanks for your contribution, Ian. Truly is appreciated. And a big shout out to your partner in crime, the beautiful woman known as Miss Beverly, all the way out in Frodsham in Chester. And a massive hello to Angela H, all the way up there in London, or down there, I'm not sure. Is it down there or up there? Anyway, in London, that's where she is. Big shout out to you. And summer's not going to be far away now, so soon you'll be partying away on the island of love, which of course is Cyprus, in downtown Paphos. And you'll be up in the, well, Paya area, I think, isn't it? That's where you like to hang out and having a great time indeed. And there's quite a few people who like to hang out in Coral Bay, because of course Coral Bay is a great place to come. You've got Welsh Dave, my friend Welsh Dave and Raquel. They're going to come all the way from Anglesey, and they're going to mosey on down. I think it's in August. I might be wrong, but you're going to have a great time, that's for sure. And you never know, you might get to accost us, or we may accost you. Anyway, if you want to know how the channel's funded, it's very, very simple. You click through to our About page on YouTube and you will see an icon that says Buy Me a Coffee. Click onto that and register one of your cards, one off, and you can buy us a coffee or two, and we will say thank you very much, and appreciate it very, very much. And that's what allows us to put the benzene, which is the petrol, in the tank, and the coffee or the liquid Coca-Cola into me, and of course the odd umbrella for Miss Hotchin, Chris Seeley out of Booth. And then we get to mosey on down making these videos for you, and of course we go into hotels and we go along the Jalalamo Street, the harbour, the promenade, and all sorts of things. So if there's a special video you want, let us know, and guess what, one of these days we'll be getting it done especially for you. Big shout out to King James and his beautiful Queen Kyrene, and of course that means there's a princess in town as well, and of course her name is your face lighting up? Yes, her name is Princess Darlie. Yes, absolute superstar amongst superstars, and they're looking forward to coming to Paphos very, very soon indeed. Talking about youngish superstars, well, you've got a Mr. Nigel. Yeah, he's got a beautiful wife called, wait for it, Miss Julie. Yep, and that means there's another little princess, and of course her name is Miss Maya. If you're watching, big shout out to you. And he likes to get on his motorbike, and he likes to race all the way, I think it's Stockton, isn't it? And he likes to mosey on down through Llangollen and into Ruthin and all those kind of places. But of course he now understands that there's speed cameras and there's policemen absolutely everywhere. But the same in Paphos, by the way. If you are in Paphos driving a car, whether you've stolen it, rented it, borrowed it, whatever it is, please drive extra careful, because the boys in blue are quite simply waiting for you, and they're going to debit your credit card faster than you can say Kalispera, which I think means good afternoon. I'm not sure. Nicole, translate please. You're the girl in charge of translation. And one of these days we're going to get the Mayor Pedonis, that's the Gumbaru #1, the man who likes to likes to park his black Mercedes on double yellow lines, outside of school, on chevrons, just up from a busy junction, just up from a busy traffic lights. But hey, he's the Mayor. He's not a bad lad, to be honest. We understand he's doing a lot of digging, not him personally, although he is moonlighting doing a few potholes, is he, Blonde? And apparently he's looking for a Gumbaru. So if your husband, because your husband's a Greek Cypriot, so one assumes he speaks a bit of Greek, so therefore he could sort of mosey on down with Fidonis, and they could earn a bit of black money on the black, if you understand me, going around, because there's enough room on that back seat for the whacker plate, and there's a rake and a shovel, and it's quite a big boot, and he's filled it with the black tar macadam. He's getting paid €50 a pothole apparently, but he's too busy drinking frappe and eating hot dogs and all that kind of stuff. So apparently they're getting around about one a week. So there you go. Now, where are we? Well, this is Uptown Clorica, but not for long, because very, very soon we're going to enter Paphos itself. Now, if you look up there on the left hand side now, there's a sign that says Paphos Smart Parking. There you go. Now, if you come to Paphos and want to park your car, again, whether it's your car, stolen your car, borrowed your car, whatever, you get the idea, you're going to have to learn how to use the app. I haven't got a clue, the Mayor hasn't got a clue, and most other people haven't got a clue. So one assumes it's designed for tourists. So don't forget to get the app, and don't forget to put a couple of bob into your wallet, isn't it, on the internet, so that you can pay for it. Otherwise, one of the boys in blue, they're going to catch you and give you a €30 fine. It's totally illogical to me. I don't understand why you can't put money in a meter, because they're still going to pay the man to come round to check that you've paid. So it's a money making operation, Mr. Ian. That's what I think it is. There we are, all the way out in Yorkshire. How you doing? You all right? Yes, good, excellent. Miss Janet, you all right? Yes, excellent. Are you going out flying, having a picnic somewhere? Probably, he says, probably. And a big shout out to our #1, by the way, the Viking. Yeah, not a Viking, that's Viking Ronnie. Viscount, I'm using my V's today. Viscount Paul Butler and his partner in crime, Miss Beverly. And hopefully, Paul, you are recovering very, very rapidly indeed, and hopefully you are hanging out in the Ruby Arms, and Miss Bev is letting you have a pint or two. Now we're about to enter technically the old town. That's where we are now. Okay, you're going to notice the buildings are starting to get a little bit well, oldie worldy and a little bit run down, and the roads are, well, what can I say? There you go. If you're new to the channel, it's not me with the bad camera work, it's the actual roads. And I'm in a Mercedes E-Class. It's not a very new one, but it's supposed to be one of the most comfortable cars in the world. So God knows what it'd be like if we were driving, I don't know, a Nissan Qashqai. Not that it's a bad car, by the way, but I know the suspension of them is a little bit, well, chopsy-mopsy, shall we say. So here we are. This is the Paphos Old Town. And we're going to keep going, and we're going to wiggle, and we're going to waggle. And eventually we're going to end up towards the Kato Paphos area, just so you give you a bearing and you understand where we are. So we're going to go straight. And as you can see, there's all sorts going on around here. I mean, you've got car body shops, you've got person selling compressors and ploughs for your garden, you've got an MOT place, you've got quite a nice old building there. That would be nice if that was done up, wouldn't it? But of course it's quite busy with the traffic. And now we're entering the old town. Okay, this is the old town. So some of the shops are occupied, some of the shops are not, but pretty much anything you want you can get. And there's plenty of nightlife, cafes and coffee shops and that kind of thing. And if you're wondering why it's so quiet, well, it's a half day today. It's some kind of holiday, and well, it's half day most days in Paphos, to be honest. Very relaxed over here. In general, most businesses don't open until about 10. If they think about it, and then they often don't open at all, close for lunch quite early, and then often don't reopen after lunch, because, you know, it's a laid-back lifestyle. You know, get your flip-flops on, get down to the plage and go chill out by the beach with a frappe and a cigarette, and probably you'll find the boys in blue there as well. They like to hang out down there. So this is the old town, by the way. Yeah, okay. And there's some murals on the walls, as you can see up there, and slowly but surely now we're going to approach the area which is the Uptown Cafe Nero. That's that building over there on the right hand side. And now we're going to hit some cobblestones, so hang on to that memory foam cushion if I was you. Oh, so sweet. And I pour him a little bit more of a dram, because otherwise you're going to be complaining. There we go. Old post office is on the left hand side, from the old colonial times, shall we say. And then down here is Marks and Spencer's, which is the food outlet part, and it also sells discounted clothes and kitchenware and that kind of thing. Then you've got a big flower shop down here. You've got potholes from hell about to come up. Oof, there we go. Feel that one. Flame Flowers. That's a Mercedes S-Class in black. That's quite a nice one, isn't it? I was going to ask him how much he wants for that one, because apparently the ride in them is much better, which is why I'm thinking about getting one. This is the road to the left here, which takes you up to Kennedy Square, and they've been doing some big diggering, and apparently it's going to open in a couple of weeks, hopefully. So hopefully it'll be an improvement. And then this is the final drag that takes us down to the Paphos Mall roundabout. So that's where we are, okay? And if you want to get some money, we've got a Paphos Cyprus over there on the right hand side, and if your car doesn't work, well, pop a mask on, pop in with a shotgun, and normally they oblige. They'll give you, well, they normally chuck a bit of chump change at you, 10, 20,000, something like that. So whenever I'm short of money, that's what I do. Here we go. Right, this crossroads here, you've heard me mention it before. If you follow the channel, you would go left and you would go onto what in, well, local folklore is called Russian Road. So if you turn left here, that's Russian Road. And if you go down that road, if you're curious to know where the Mayfair Hotels is, and sometimes it's called Mayfair Gardens Hotel, it's down there towards the bottom. That's where it is. And it's about, should we say, 15-minute walk to the old town, and about 15-20 minute walk to the Kato Paphos Harbour, and about 10-minute walk, should we say, to the centre of Tomb of the Kings, and probably about 5 minutes to the Paphos Mall, if you understand. And that was a nice big pothole that we lost the rear wheel in. Along here now, well, there's all sorts of businesses. A sunglasses shop over there, that's where I got my last pair of sunglasses. And you've got Electroline over here on the right hand side. You've got a car dealer. Yeah, there's all sorts. Anything you want, to be honest, you can find on this street. And then right at the end, like I say, is the Paphos Mall roundabout, which of course means that's where the Paphos Mall is. And if you go straight over at that roundabout, you go down to the Kato Paphos Harbour and Promenade area. If you go left, you'd go out towards the big church on the inner ring road, as we call it, and if you were to go right, you'd go down Tomb of the Kings Avenue. Again, restaurants and bars. Miss Tanya, don't worry, when you check into the Kissos hotel with the family, there'll be plenty of places after your breakfast, that is, for you to go and eat your lunch and your evening meal. And plenty of places to entertain you and the kids, that is for sure. That was the Alpha Mega supermarket there on the left. Again, you've got various other bits and bobs. You've got the Donna Bar there, great takeaway. We often go there. They do a very nice hamburger. And over here on the left, you've got the Begona Garden Centre coming up, which means right across the road on the right-hand side, that is the downtown Cato Paphos Mall. So I'm going to say thanks for watching, and if you like what you see, hit the like, click subscribe. Why not come back for a little bit more of my madness? And while you're at it, why not go through to our About page, click on the Buy Me a Coffee icon, and you could consider to buy us a coffee or two, and of course that's what keeps us going. Thanks very much. We're now about to pass under the Paphos Skywalk, and I say to everyone, if you're in town, I'd go on it because it's worth it for the view and the fresh air, and I'm pretty sure that next year the man who likes to park on the double, you know what I'm talking about, the mayor, he is going to charge you. He's going to put gates at each end of it apparently, and you're going to have to pay to go on it. So why not go on it this year? You never know, you might like it. Some catacombs coming up where people like to hang, well, they hang little things on the tree and for good luck and all that kind of stuff. And now it's covered in, well, COVID-19 masks, shall we say. There we are. So this is downtown Cato Paphos, and I'll take you all the way to the water's edge because I understand that most people want to see that blue Mediterranean Sea, and hopefully we're able to send one or two rays of sunshine onto your screens wherever you may be. So thanks for watching. And that sun, well, it's shining, that's for sure. Sky, pretty blue. There's the odd cloud up there as we can see, but I'm telling you, that sea is blue. Whether you can see it or not yet, I'm telling you, that sea, it's blue. So stick with us, here we go. We're in the downtown Cato Paphos harbour area. That's where we are. What a view, absolutely spectacular. Thanks for watching.